massive.
I ain't gonna lie, she set this up perfect. I just want to know how she got caught, bro. I'm just waiting for that. I want to know how she got caught. Because 15 years of planning something like this, bro. Like, this woman all linked up with police. Like, she was with dude for, what, 18 months, they said, bro? Talking to him, hearing what's going on, what time they clock in, what time they clock out, all that. Like, she was moving like an assassin. Like, what's up, Cash Gang? It's your boy Cashout, there's a man. Back with another video for y'all boys, man. I ain't gonna lie, y'all. We got a crazy video right here, y'all. We got mom waited 15 years for her son's killer to be released from prison to get revenge on broski. I ain't gonna lie, I don't know what type of revenge she got, but let's go and see what's going on, y'all.
March 15th, 2008, Phoenix, Arizona witnessed a tragic incident that would set in motion a 15-year journey of calculated
15
revenge.
years journey.
Daniel Wilson, a 16-year-old honor student at Desert Vista High School, became the victim of a fatal case of mistaken identity.
Wow.
At approximately 3:45 p.m., as Daniel was leaving basketball practice wearing his red and white school jersey, he was approached by 3 members of the East Side Locos gang in the school's eastern parking lot. Gregory Stevens, 36, Frank Morrison, 38, and Carlos Vasquez, 37.
Bro, these look like good. These look like good dudes. These look like successful young man. What? Let's go
Daniel's
see.
red jersey for colors of their rival gang.
Now I see why when it comes to us black people, y'all just view us the way y'all look. Nigga, I ain't gonna lie. Me looking at these dudes right here, I'm thinking these some businessmen. I ain't gonna lie though, bro. We do be looking at that way though. But we them niggas though. But they look like successful black and white men though.
Security footage showed the brutal assault lasting 4 minutes and 17 seconds.
Wow, play back for y'all, my for y'all.
Taking Daniel's red jersey for colors of their rival gang.
What?
Attacked the team.
Hold on.
7. Frank Morrison, 38, and Carlos Vasquez, 37.
Right.
Mistaking Daniel's red jersey for colors of their rival gang, attacked the teenager. Security footage showed the brutal assault lasting 4 minutes and 17 seconds. The medical examiner's report documented multiple blunt force traumas,
Tell me y'all killed this man because he was wearing colors, and just because y'all thought that and just because he was wearing them colors, y'all thought that was y'all ops. So you telling me I can't put on blue, I can't put on orange, I can't put on red to go outside? That y'all really over here taking people's lives off for a goddamn color? A color of a bandana for real though? Or color of a clothing? Y'all killing people off of that? Y'all just be trying to find things to do, bro. Like, y'all just be trying to, man.
17 distinct impacts to the
Lord
head
have
and
mercy.
torso. Daniel was pronounced dead at 4:32 p.m. at Phoenix Children's Hospital.
Wow.
The investigation quickly identified the perpetrators. All 3 men had extensive criminal records. Stevens with 3 prior assaults, Morrison with drug trafficking charges, and Vasquez with weapons violations.
Right.
DNA evidence collected from under Daniel's fingernails matched all 3 attackers. 5 witnesses from the school parking lot provided positive identifications, and surveillance cameras captured clear images of the assault. Daniel Wilson was described by teachers and peers as an exceptional student. As captain of the school's basketball team and president of the science club, he divided...
Yeah, now I see why Mama Deuce going... It's about 4 y'all. But now I see why Mama Deuce crashed out though. You have a lot of black people don't be growing up with having no kids that's honor and that's kids that have their mind right on all that. It be 9 and 10 and they want to be rappers, they want to be in the streets, they want to do that. But for you to have a kid that really like got his mind on and want to have something in his life at an early age, don't get me wrong. Your mindset could change when you get older, but having a kid with a mindset at an early age that he want to be successful in life, that's good, bro. That's great. This man was a basketball team. He was a captain of the basketball team. He was an honor student. He was a top dude in science. Bro, he was doing his thing. Of course, Mom was going to want to do something. Like, she just lost her heart. I just took Mama's heart out her chest.
Advanced placement classes. His research project on experimental cancer treatments had won the state science fair and was scheduled for presentation at a national competition the following month.
Wow.
Patricia Wilson, 41, a respected pharmacist at one of Phoenix's largest medical centers, was preparing for her shift when she received the call about her son's attack.
Wow.
A single mother since her husband's death 5 years earlier,
Wow.
Patricia had dedicated her life to Daniel's future.
Of course.
She arrived at the hospital too late to say goodbye to her only child. Despite overwhelming...
Man, let me tell you what happened, man. Her husband passed away, and all she felt like she probably had left was her son, and she put all her effort, all that grief, all that things into her son to make sure that his life was successful, like he had that life that he deserved. That, feel me? And she did everything possible she can for her husband, Luke, feel me, not able to be there with his son, and y'all gonna do that to that woman, boy? That woman just lost her husband, boy. Y'all people sick. Y'all people sick.
Evidence and initial charges of first-degree murder. The case took an unexpected turn during prosecution. The sentencing hearing on June 12th, 2008, marked a turning point for Patricia Wilson.
Right.
Court records documented her impact statement, where she addressed each killer individually, memorizing their faces, mannerisms, and reactions. While appearing composed during the proceedings, security cameras recorded her studying every detail of the men who destroyed her family.
Right.
The killers were transferred to Arizona State Prison Complex, Lewis, located in Buckeye, to begin their sentences. Stevens, Morrison, and Vasquez were separated into different units, a standard procedure for gang-affiliated inmates. None showed remorse during their incarceration processing, with Morrison...
So you telling me y'all didn't get these dudes life, bro? You know why? Because he's black, bro. And like I said, bro, I'm not gonna hide my mouth on this YouTube shit, bro. Just because bro was black, gang. Feel me? Keep it a buck with y'all. Y'all know.
Making jokes during his intake interview. The criminal proceedings against...
Just tell me, because my fault, y'all pausing again, I'm gonna bring it back. But because you telling me that this kid was an honor student, captain on his basketball team. He's doing everything that he's supposed to be doing as a kid the right way. And these three white dudes took his life away from him. After he just finished basketball, practice or a game, whatever he was doing, feel me? And y'all not gonna give these here life? These dudes had a chance to come out? Man, this system is no good, man. Corrupt the system, man.
Jokes
Come on,
during his intake interview. The criminal proceedings against Daniel Wilson's killers began on July 8th, 2008, at the Maricopa County Superior Court. Patricia Wilson attended every session of the 6-week trial, documenting each development in a small black notebook.
Yeah, she was not playing.
District Attorney James Henderson, known for his tough stance on gang violence, presented a seemingly ironclad case for first-degree murder against Gregory Stevens, Frank Morrison, and Carlos Vasquez. The prosecution's evidence appeared overwhelming. Security footage from 4 different cameras captured the entire attack in high definition. DNA analysis matched blood samples from all 3 defendants to material found under Daniel's fingernails and on his clothing. 5 witnesses, including 2 teachers and 3 students, provided consistent testimony about the unprovoked nature of the assault. Medical evidence demonstrated that the attackers continued beating Daniel even after he lost consciousness, indicating clear intent to kill. However, the defense team, led by prominent criminal attorney Stephen Greenberg, who had previously defended several high-profile gang members, implemented a strategy that would exploit every procedural loophole. Greenberg's firm, paid $250,000 by an unknown source, successfully argued for 3 separate jury trials, significantly complicating the prosecution's task. During Morrison's trial, key witness Michael Torres suddenly changed his testimony, claiming poor visibility and uncertainty about the identifier's identity. Investigation later revealed that Torres' brother, incarcerated at Arizona State Prison, had received threats before the testimony change. The security footage showing Torres' clear view of the attack mysteriously disappeared from the evidence locker 2 days before its planned presentation. Greenberg portrayed Daniel's death as a tragic accident resulting from a drunken confrontation rather than a premeditated gang attack.
What?
He introduced questions.
Bro, what? Bro, what? 3 dudes on 1 student, and y'all telling me this is what?
Greenberg portrayed Daniel's death as a tragic accident resulting from a drunken confrontation rather than a premeditated gang attack. He introduced questionable evidence suggesting Daniel had provoked the incident by making gang-related gestures, a claim vehemently disputed by everyone who knew the teenager. The defense team also managed to exclude crucial evidence about the defendant's gang affiliations, arguing it would prejudice the jury. The corruption within the system became increasingly apparent as the trials progressed. 2 jurors were dismissed after being seen speaking with individuals linked to the East Side Locos. A court clerk was later investigated for tampering with...
Bro. Oh, I hear what I'm hearing right now. Play right one more time.
Apparent as the trials progressed. 2 jurors were dismissed after being seen speaking with individuals linked to the East Side Locos. A court clerk was later investigated for tampering with evidence logs, though no...
Bro, look what they're doing in this case. Bro, they're really trying to free these hair dudes, and they're really trying to do all type of illegal stuff. So these 3 dudes won't get charged for killing this man. Like, that's crazy, bro. People are sick, man.
Charges were filed. The prosecution's original demand for life sentences gradually weakened under mounting pressure from various quarters. Daniel's academic achievements and character became central to the prosecution's argument against the defense's portrayal. His research on targeted cancer therapies had earned him recognition from the National Science Foundation. Stanford University's admissions office testified about his full scholarship, valued at $280,000. 15 teachers submitted statements about his volunteer work at Phoenix Children's Hospital, where he spent weekends helping young cancer patients. The breakdown of justice occurred in stages. First, Morrison's case ended in a mistrial due to jury tampering allegations. Then, Stevens's trial saw key evidence ruled inadmissible on technical grounds. Finally, Vasquez's defense successfully argued that his limited English proficiency had prevented him from understanding the severity of his actions. On September 23, 2008...
Bro, what? Is what?
Vasquez's defense successfully argued that his limited English proficiency had prevented...
His limited English preferences. One more time.
Vasquez's defense successfully argued that his limited English proficiency had prevented him from understanding the severity of his actions.
So you're telling me just because this man was lack of understanding English, that's why he did what?
On September 23rd,
yo, bro, y'all people gotta be
all 3
messed up,
defendants
bro.
accepted plea deals, reducing their charges to second-degree manslaughter. The agreements, rushed through the system
This
with
can't be
unusual
right,
speed,
bro.
mandated 15-year sentences with possibility of early release for good behavior. Patricia Wilson watched silently as the men who killed her son received sentences typically given for accidental deaths.
Man, if y'all don't think this is super privileged, bro, I don't know, bro. This right here is some privilege shit, bro. There's definitely some color shit, because the black man was not getting no shit like that.
The day of sentencing, Patricia obtained copies of all court transcripts and began methodically highlighting inconsistencies in testimony and procedural irregularities. After losing her husband Richard in a car accident on Interstate 10 in 2003, Patricia Wilson redirected all her energy toward her only son Daniel. His murder in 2008 left her completely alone, transforming a respected medical professional into a woman with a single devastating purpose. Her colleagues observed her throw herself into work, attributing her increased dedication to grief, unaware that every professional advancement served her planned revenge. Between 2009 and 2011, Patricia systematically expanded her pharmaceutical expertise. She completed advanced certifications in toxicology and pharmacology at Arizona State University, earning exceptional grades that reinforced her reputation as a dedicated professional. Her research proposals on cardiac medications and their interactions gained attention in medical circles, providing her with access to restricted studies and experimental drug trials.
She was working.
The Daniel Wilson Memorial Foundation, established in 2012, became her masterpiece of misdirection. The foundation provided medical scholarships to underprivileged students, quickly gaining respect in Phoenix's philanthropic community. This legitimate charitable work provided Patricia with a platform to conduct prison outreach programs, allowing her to study the correctional system from within. During her motivational speeches to inmates, she methodically observed security protocols, staff rotations, and medical dispensary procedures. Patricia's involvement with prison guard Robert Crane in 2015 represented her most calculated move. Their relationship, lasting 18 months, gave her unprecedented access to internal prison operations. Crane, impressed by her apparent dedication to prisoner rehabilitation, shared confidential details about inmate monitoring systems and guard rotation schedules. When he began questioning her specific interest in certain security procedures, she orchestrated a convincing breakdown about her unresolved grief, ending the relationship while maintaining his sympathy. Her foundation's work brought her into regular contact with parole officers, prison administrators, and medical staff.
Man, Mom Dukes was working overtime. Mom Dukes was working overtime. She was not going.
She served on community
I
oversight
ain't mad at her
committees
either, bro,
and
because I was just
participated
straight
in
with
prison
bull.
reform initiatives, all while gathering intelligence about post-release monitoring procedures and rehabilitation programs her targets would eventually enter. By 2020, Patricia had constructed an impenetrable facade of a grieving mother-turned-community advocate. She published articles on prisoner rehabilitation in medical journals, spoke at correctional conferences, and maintained perfect performance reviews at work. This carefully crafted public image served as cover for her real activities, studying murder investigation techniques, learning about post-mortem toxicology, and researching methods to simulate natural death. Throughout these years, she maintained detailed records of her targets. Through her foundation's prison programs, she accessed their medical records, noting Morrison's developing heart condition, Vasquez's ongoing substance abuse issues, and Stevens's medical clearance for driving. She documented their visitors, correspondence patterns, and developing relationships within the prison system. Patricia's preparation extended to her financial affairs. She gradually liquidated assets, converting them into untraceable funds through a series of legitimate appearing transactions. She maintained her modest lifestyle while accumulating resources for her.
She really doing super research on these dudes, bro. Like, she not going for 9-9. She ain't going for none of that, boy. Mama Duke's trying to get some. Mama Duke's moving like an assassin gang. Mama Duke's moving like an assassin. Mama Duke's waiting years, just planning shit out, getting all the information she need. What? She's not playing.
Plan, creating offshore accounts under her foundation's humanitarian programs. To everyone who knew her, Patricia Wilson exemplified resilience and forgiveness. She received a Community Service Award in 2019 for her work with prisoners' families. Local news featured her story of turning tragedy into hope. Prison officials consulted her about rehabilitation programs. Her colleagues admired her strength and dedication to helping others. For 15 years, she lived two lives: the respected pharmacist and philanthropist, and the patient architect of revenge. On May 15th, 2023, Gregory Stevens, Frank Morrison, and Carlos Vasquez were released from Arizona State Prison Complex after serving 15 years. Within 24 hours of their release, Patricia Wilson submitted her request for a 3-month sabbatical to conduct research on long-term effects of incarceration on cardiac health, a cover story that perfectly aligned with her established professional interests. During the last week of July 2023, Patricia executed the financial phase of her plan. She transferred $2.4 million through a series of transactions involving her foundation's international medical program accounts. The money moved through humanitarian projects in Mexico and Panama, before settling in untraceable accounts in the Cayman Islands. She maintained...
I ain't gonna lie, she's smart. I ain't gonna lie, she was smart enough, though.
Her regular spending patterns in Phoenix while establishing these financial safeguards. Through her medical network, Patricia accessed the post-release health screenings of all 3 men. Frank Morrison's records revealed a deteriorating heart condition requiring daily medication. His prison medical file documented 2 minor cardiac events in the past year, and his new cardiologist prescribed a complex regimen of medications. This vulnerability became central to Patricia's first planned death. Carlos Vasquez's medical history showed multiple trips to prison infirmary for drug-related issues. After release, he enrolled in a methadone program at Phoenix Treatment Center, attending daily sessions at 9 a.m. His counselor's notes indicated ongoing struggles with addiction and a high risk of relapse. Patricia recognized this pattern as an opportunity to stage a convincing overdose. Gregory Stevens's file proved most interesting. After receiving his driver's license in June 2023, he purchased a used Ford Mustang, despite having no driving experience for 15 years. His new job as a night shift security guard at Mountain View Industrial Park required him to drive along winding roads through isolated areas. Patricia spent weeks studying his route, identifying the perfect location for a fatal accident. Using surveillance equipment purchased through untraceable online vendors, Patricia monitored their daily routines. Morrison worked at a warehouse in South Phoenix, leaving for work at 6 a.m. each morning. Vasquez stayed at the New Start halfway house, with mandatory check-ins every evening. Stevens lived alone in a small apartment on East Van Buren Street, working nights at the industrial park. Patricia created detailed schedules for each target.
Mapped out these dudes.
She logged Morrison's weekly visits to his cardiologist every Tuesday at 2 p.m. She tracked Vasquez's patterns of disappearing into known drug areas after his methadone treatments. She mapped Stevens's nightly security rounds, noting when he drove through areas with no cellular service or surveillance cameras. She obtained pharmaceutical-grade chemicals through her hospital connections, storing them in a rented storage unit registered under her foundation's name. She purchased mechanical tools and automotive supplies through various hardware stores across Phoenix, using cash and wearing disguises. She established alibis by scheduling foundation meetings and medical conferences during her planned execution dates. The final week before implementing the plan, Patricia methodically verified every detail. She confirmed Morrison's medication schedule, identified Vasquez's drug connections, and studied Stevens's vehicle maintenance records. She prepared 3 separate sets of clothes, wigs, and identification documents. Each death was planned to appear unrelated, with distinct methods and locations carefully chosen to avoid any apparent connection. By August 7th, 2023, everything was in position. Patricia had created a perfect operational timeline, accounting for police response times, shift changes at local hospitals, and traffic patterns. She scheduled her attacks to coincide with periods of reduced surveillance and maximum confusion for investigators. After 15 years of preparation, Patricia Wilson was ready to execute her meticulously planned revenge. August 8th, 2023, 6:45 a.m. Frank Morrison's body was discovered by his home health nurse during a routine morning visit. The scene at his small apartment on West McDowell Road appeared undisturbed. Morrison was found in his bed, positioned naturally, with his regular medications on the nightstand. The initial investigation noted no signs of forced entry or struggle. The medical examiner documented the time of death between 11 p.m. and 1 a.m. Investigation revealed that on the evening of August 7th, Morrison received an unexpected visit from a woman matching the description of a pharmaceutical representative. Security cameras captured her entering the building at 8:47 p.m., carrying a professional briefcase. She left at 9:23 p.m. The toxicology report later identified a lethal combination of his prescribed heart medications with a naturally occurring compound that accelerated cardiac failure. The interaction was so subtle that it initially appeared to be a tragic medication error. August 9th, 2023, 2:15 p.m. A housekeeper at the Desert Moon Motel discovered Carlos Vasquez unresponsive in room 114. The scene contained drug paraphernalia consistent with heroin use. Vasquez's body showed signs of recent injection, with a needle still in his arm. The room was registered under his name, paid in cash, typical of his previous behavioral patterns. The medical examiner's preliminary report indicated a massive...
I'm not gonna lie, she set this up perfect. I just want to know how she got caught, bro. I'm just waiting for that. I want to know how she got caught, because 15 years of planning something like this, bro. Like, this woman all linked up with police. Like, she was with dude for, what, 18 months, they said, bro? Talking to him, hearing what's going on, what time they clock in, what time they clock out, all that. Like, she was moving like an assassin. Like, I'm trying to show y'all, she was moving like an assassin, okay?
Overdose of high-purity heroin, far stronger than typical street drugs. Security footage showed Vasquez entering the room at 11:42 p.m. on August 8th, followed by a brief visit from an unidentified woman at 12:15 a.m. She was recorded leaving at 12:35 a.m., and no one else entered the room until its discovery. The police report noted this as another tragic relapse, given Vasquez's documented history of substance abuse. August 10th, 2023, 3:30 a.m. Highway Patrol discovered Gregory Stevens's Ford Mustang wrecked at the bottom of a ravine off State Route 87, approximately 40 miles northeast of Phoenix. The vehicle appeared to have lost brake function while navigating a sharp turn. Stevens was pronounced dead at the scene. Accident investigators noted that the brake lines had been
Like, and her plan executed too, bro. Like, she really got all three. Like, I really want to know how she got caught, though, girl. Like,
severed, but attributed this to damage from recent amateur repairs Stevens had attempted. Forensic analysis of the crash site revealed that the brake failure occurred at precisely the point where cell phone coverage was minimal and no other traffic would be present due to his night shift schedule. Investigators found evidence that Stevens had attempted to pump the brakes and steer away from the ravine, but the vehicle's momentum on the steep mountain road made the crash inevitable. Each death appeared to align perfectly with the victim's known vulnerabilities. Morrison's cardiac history and complex medication regimen made a drug interaction seem plausible. Vasquez's ongoing struggle with addiction and recent relapse attempts provided a natural explanation for an overdose.
right, like, he should make
Stevens'
everything line
inexperience
up
with vehicle
perfectly.
maintenance and late
Like,
night driving.
all the problems that they had, bro, all the addictions that they had, she used all that to get them up out of here, to unlock them. Like, she is tactical, bro.
Made a fatal accident credible. The timing and locations were carefully selected to prevent any immediate connection between the deaths. Morrison's apartment in West Phoenix, Vasquez's motel in the downtown area, and Stevens' crash site in the mountains created geographical separation that initially prevented investigators from linking the cases. Different jurisdictions handled each death. Phoenix Police Department for Morrison, County Sheriff's Office for Vasquez, and Highway Patrol for Stevens. The medical examiner's office processed each case separately, with different pathologists handling the autopsies. Initial reports classified Morrison's death as accidental drug interaction, Vasquez's as a drug overdose.
I gotta say one thing, y'all. The fact that this woman could be working for 15 years, planning everything out day by day, doing everything the right way, everything possible to get, and they still got it, right? So that means that they was working overtime, right? These three dudes killed this woman's son, and y'all just getting 15 years and let them out off of some good behavior stuff, and they could live their regular whole lives, right? And that was fair to y'all, right? And I know y'all finna slay this woman. Y'all finna slay her for sure. I'm knowing she gonna go to court and y'all gonna slay this woman. That's if she even got court yet. This probably just happened.
And Stevens's as a vehicle accident. The deaths seemed to be nothing more than a tragic series of coincidences, exactly as Patricia had planned. On August 12, 2023, Detective Michael Ramirez, a 15-year veteran of Phoenix Police Department's Homicide Division, noticed a peculiar connection while reviewing recent death reports. 3 men, all released from the same prison within months of each other, had died under different circumstances within 72 hours. Further investigation revealed they were co-defendants in the 2008 murder of Daniel Wilson. Ramirez's investigation uncovered crucial evidence. In Stevens' apartment, officers found a crumpled letter mentioning the Daniel Wilson Memorial Foundation, specifically regarding a recent donation. Bank records showed similar donations from Morrison and Vasquez, each made under apparent coercion. Security footage from all 3 crime scenes revealed a woman of similar build, though wearing different disguises. The breakthrough came from pharmaceutical tracking records. The specific combination of drugs found in Morrison's system was traced to a research facility where Patricia Wilson had authorized access. The high-purity heroin in Vasquez's system contained trace elements of a prescription compound only available through hospital pharmacies. Tools used to tamper with Stevens' brake lines were purchased using a credit card connected to the foundation's administrative account. On August 14th, Detective Ramirez assembled a task force to investigate Patricia Wilson. They discovered her methodical preparation, detailed surveillance notes, chemical formulas, and automotive repair research. Her foundation's financial records revealed complex money transfers designed to establish alibis and escape routes. The evidence pointed to an elaborate revenge plot 15 years in the making. On August 15th at 9 a.m., Patricia Wilson walked into Phoenix Police Headquarters. She carried a leather-bound journal documenting every aspect of her revenge, from the day of her son's death to the execution of her plan.
She walked into where?
Patricia Wilson walked into Phoenix Police Headquarters.
What?
She carried a leather-bound journal documenting every aspect of her revenge, from the day of her son's death to the execution of her plan. The journal included photographs, timeline analyses, and detailed descriptions of each murder. She provided a full confession, speaking for 6 hours with remarkable composure about her methodical pursuit of vengeance. The trial began on October 3rd, 2023. The prosecution presented overwhelming evidence: the journal, forensic data, financial records, and surveillance footage. Patricia's defense team argued diminished capacity due to profound grief, but she rejected this strategy.
What?
During her testimony, she calmly explained how the justice system's failure to properly punish her son's killers had led her to take matters into her own hands. The media coverage sparked intense public debate. While some condemned her actions as vigilante justice, others sympathized with a mother who had watched her son's killers receive lenient sentences. Her case became a focal point for discussions about judicial reform, gang violence, and the limits of legal justice. On December 1st, 2023, the jury found Patricia Wilson guilty of 3 counts of first-degree murder. Judge Sarah Martinez sentenced her to life imprisonment without possibility of parole. In her final statement to the court, Patricia...
That's what y'all should have gave them other dudes. Life in jail without the possibility of parole. Why y'all didn't give the other dudes that? Why y'all didn't give them life in jail without that possibility of damn parole? Y'all gonna give her that though, right? Cause she done slayed 3 of them, right? But they kill her son and y'all get them 15 joints and let them up out of there to live their own regular life. Come on, bro.
Unrepentant, stating, "I served the justice system for 15 years, watching it fail. Then I served justice itself in 3 days." The Arizona State Legislature initiated reviews of sentencing guidelines for gang-related homicides. The Daniel Wilson Memorial Foundation was dissolved, its remaining funds directed to victims' rights organizations. Patricia Wilson was transferred to Arizona State Prison Complex, Perryville, the same system that had held her son's killers.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Shorty right here, cold. And she tacked as hell and she cold. She brought the damn book to the police station, bro. And said, hey, listen here. I did this. Here we go. And then her lawyer trying to fight for her and shit. She say, no. I did this. But I ain't gonna lie, bro. Y'all know how this shit be, bro. Y'all know how it is with us, bro. I don't know when it's gonna change, bro. I hope one day, bro, it do change, bro. But right now, bro, it's like we're not gonna be equal, bro. Like, to be honest, bro, we're never gonna be equal, gang. There's gonna be always this color thing going on, bro. Cause that's just how life is, bro. That's just how life is, bro. But I appreciate her son, though, bro. Feel me? I appreciate the dudes, too, from 3 dudes, but y'all violated, bro. Y'all shouldn't have killed a damn woman kid, bro. That's crazy. She did her thing, feel me? I ain't mad at her. I'm not mad at her, cause that's a mother. And mothers will take any measures for their kids, gang. Once that mother loved their kid, don't forget, bro, she held you in her stomach for 9 months, gang. Feel me? So that's not, feel me, nothing to play with. So she's gonna take the measures, bro, for her kid. But let me know how y'all boys feel about this video in the comment section, man. Hit that subscribe button. We're in the road to find the subs, man. The grind don't stop, never gonna stop. I'm out of here.